there's quite a lot of conversation domestically and globally about some of the supply chain challenges, which have been really brought about by COVID. I think there are definitely some hiccups in the supply chain. Do you have any thoughts, I guess, on the broader retail landscape, particularly that industrial, warehousing versus store, meat store?
It is interesting. I mean, we don't have the 25 ships sitting off the, the west coast of America, but we've got our own little challenges about getting, materials for builds. We're just in the process of looking around for a warehouse assignment at the moment, and we're running the process and looking at a number of sites. But we've got a time frame we need to work in, and a lot of the feedback coming back is about the steel and the concrete and whatnot. It's not going to delay it, but it's a consideration when we go through the process. And depending which state we're in at the moment as well, like Sydney, for example, and in particular for industrial warehouses, they are sort of being sort of swept up pretty quickly. I mean, we've tried to position ourselves with, the relationships with all the major landlords. So, we go and speak to them all and try and get an idea when sites are coming up and whatnot, so we can sort of plug into their pipeline and if there's going to be any defaults. Because I've actually asked a few of the major landlords, do you think there's going to be any defaults going forward? Because everyone's just, it's ridiculous. What used to be a cheeky retail leasing executive is now a cheeky industrial leasing executive, with all due respect to the buggers. But it's like, it's interesting, and it's just so they're able to play a bit of a game with us, and it always used to be the other way around. So it swings and roundabouts, and like all the smart investors, 5 years time, so it'll be back to retail again. But at the moment, we're just experiencing high demand, and the number of defaults next year will be interesting. But once again, depending on which state you're in, will depend on what the availability is and what the rents are and the incentives and all those types of things. But they're probably the main things. And the real push for e-commerce, food distribution, frozen goods, whatnot. But e-commerce is the big in demand, pretty much across the board. But yeah, but rates are going through the roof.